na ne yɛbɛhwɛ deɛ state no ayɛ sɛ ɛwɔ immigration service sɛ ɛwɔ police ɛwɔ national security na warrant da obi soɔ na wɔtumi wuram ɛba ɛma state no abɔ ne ho ban na state no bɔ ne ho ban wie a na state na saa de na kɔ court no a na issue warrant no court no sɛ n'ani anhu na so ante na court no sɛ waba abɛgyina n'anim wabra court na order sɛ warrant da so eti kɔ na later you make any determination waba ugina court ho em yes I overturn a warrant you can say contempt of court you will be a friend CI 47 that is a yes civil procedure act CI 47 civil procedure near there say o court you the procedure to home and emrana ka says ye mra enya procedure say any na say faso a faso pepepe ne kwa say chia no na de ntia wa tworo say shall be superior court of record and say superior court ni di asem bi awie na o make decision your friend stare decisis what is precedent now precedent no and no be make sure say other lower court no so mo make decision bia na they won't depart from the superior court rule na supreme court there the decisions are binding on omwankasa etiade supreme court ayi until such a time that supreme court no can depart from the decision no maye no and emrane mo kwan e mo set decision omutimi depart it is just chebafo e use order 50 rule 2 and was say be the case wo sa akwa we bolabadi what na ho akikansem I go meme hu fi eku court no fi na supreme court high court no constitution am to me to commit unto themselves contempt sanso na order 50 rule 2 no and so mo kwan when it comes to contempt the constitution gives the power to the high court power to the superior court judges so mo abeye judges in their own court. It tells you how contempt of court is prohibited by the constitution. If it's a constitution in person book court no limtia. And in here several constitutional democracies, that's what we have.
Exactly.
It is here my whole coin. That Supreme Court ruling in Jinadia. The Omo Pachira say police in the class will be the bonia. Just all court no. And the court cannot even issue warrant first. Name court no as what say. But I bet you them the entire udi sa abone no na akire mu wi a asa ne betimi issue no what be da Supreme Court we dey mu oram if the entire issue warrant no is that you see police for national security immigration so much say ni paya mo fa ne mra manim na o mekire the entire any kwan see a committee to jail contempt cases under John Dramani Mahama time year election petition and o mo ye na yesam ayisame oku o makoka bibi o mkoduru ho no Supreme Court no hwe omanima no se wo yama awon ko enso kenete je kwanchi koduru ho no ye de ne to jail sanso na atubiga ono so ye de to jail ana ayi muntie trefu o so ye do mko jail so Supreme Court is a contempt is in such a way that the court will decide what punishment to give you. Your friend be jurisprudence. You can't jurisprudence and that means emrano because in you must see every day no we must develop the law. The law must grow and the law only grows when you challenge the law. So sakwa we ya dwene ya adwuma pa and also all fighting for the people. He should rather have gone to court for us to have a conversation on the whole contempt and the absoluteness of the powers that is given to the court for them to now arrogate unto themselves. So now you know more hunting odwane e dey akose dey yenyi warrant ni free so international security kofa bolabedi a wodi ni free fee abesina court one there was an active warrant on him. So at no point should he have been protected, rather he should have been arrested, put before the court, which is a just chamber first court. Then once the court is ongoing, they will say that we filed an application at the Supreme Court, for which reason the court must stay. So per the constitution, whenever high court is hearing any matter, Nasa Obiko Supreme Court for interpretation, the high court judge is supposed to stay proceedings and wait for a determination to be made at the Supreme Court. Case in the contempt same case na NC board chair then Eugene Bafuboni na the Republic versus Eugene Bafuboni and 4 others ana do me market for ne ka say abafo bo ne die I say ene you know no dey course ene chief justice no acting chief justice what they say abafo bo ni na so ene ye de ba munja sim no say na bi ka te chi na ha ne nka asem eto mo ye no ma me ke o what dey ka sa ne me to mo ye no no me so Eugene Bafo Boni no ni senior brother ene acting chief justice Justice Bafo Boni ene no kure ni senior brother eti Justice Cheba for ene di Eugene Bafo Boni ne kotu mu ekotu je na ye di sa case no aye Republic versus Eugene Bafo Boni and 4 others no ene ma bola be di ko kan de o kan ye no ene ye chain for contempt na no mo ye no mo so ene eno kranti no mo share da yes ma ye yi chief justice ayi toko no afri ho na Eugene Bafo Boni senior brother ayi chief we do me market phone ko mo di na se ntesa case no aba no mo se yankoso
akokore na bakuro
kokore na ba
abakuro
no mo se ayi dai mami educate omo say na anu betena ha na monka no krenti monfa me bo mame say mo de me bo mame a me ka ansansa deli die na ye no kure ana ye pamo no you so full computer ne one typewriter was so ye doctor so ye doctor me be kan no ha he say doctor no ye free din so nya sa ani ye na omokofa ambulance die bai eno so me kan ye no ye ko hwem no kure ye yapam no me buy me say kokohwedie bola bedi o kroma last week am be kai etimu ntimi nka say ne kadachie ne fela na ekura no e authentic if say bola bed no owramu bia me hunu na ne be hwede state in waye say we immigration service say we police your national security na warrant da obi so na otimi wram eba ema state no abo ne ho ban na state ne bo ne ho ban wi a na state na sa de na court no na issue warrant no court ne se na ni ehu na so ante na court ne se wa ba begina na nim wa bra court na order say warrant da so etikọ na later you make any determination waba ojina court ho emi yesa ubatiane warrant na fe ye musa first of all ye ka say obi aye contempt of court kura ye de ba dia de ba ni nyina no asem no aye kan nyago bi ye ka contempt of court one and ye be hwe what is contempt of court
educate
say na no me be kire mo say me kire mo petition no odi akono grounds odi ko ye nyina o say eye Justice Cheba for who is a court of appeal judge at that time sitting for extra responsibilities as a high court judge it will be a court of appeal judge na case be cause of high court it me man ba betna so but at that time so what so on so as a court of appeal judge but so as a high court judge it at that time now Justice Cheba for a court of appeal judge by a number ebedi case na case no obedi no ye be hwe man for no asem why
exactly
obi you know ye ka say contempt of court ye will be a friend CI 47 that is a civil procedure act CI 47 civil procedure na ye dey ya say o court ye the procedure to ho and emra na ka say ye mra anya hye procedure say ni say fa so a say fa so pepepe ni kwa say chia no. Now, then he zoom in. Now you ready a year order 50 of a year civil procedure act. That is CI 47. Our court no say we dey asemwa. Sa nyoma no faso. Now you can order 50 rule 1. Chenio. Baby a Justice Cheba for fan the contempt in free here. And the Supreme Court is all munti bi da. Now, offer a year order 50 rule 1 of a year committed for contempt. You can't contempt her. What book court name tia? Near Frewo. Now, I see the power of the court to punish for contempt. Genio of the court may be exercised by an order of committal 2. Committal proceedings shall be commenced by an application to the court.
Explain.
3. The application shall be supported by an affidavit stating inter alia. You can inter alia. Just among other things. Say all casem na di be kaho. And then also it shall state inter alia, and a Latin word for among other things. Inter alia, the grounds of the application. Now 4, subject to sub rule 5. Sub rule 5 you better read it. Say you can rather subject to bibia. That means you conquer baby or subject to no. Say almost see a true way dear. Now so yan san can we was subject to sub rule 5. The notice of motion together with a copy of the affidavit in support of the application shall be served personally on the person sought to be committed. Now, lastly, that is sub rule 5. Also, without prejudice to its power, under order 7, rule 6 of the court may dispense with service of notice or motion if it thinks it is just to do so. The Ayakam Brofuntinti Yinane say, okay, order 50, rule 1 of a civil procedure, that is CR 47, or say, court ama order CB, say Abia Kofi Mako Court, General de Mako Court, and a court when I make you orders, said yes, a medium fee, now put in the court, say what you defamation, now court in the ruling is on 5 million. Besi ne sami jamfin tria 1 cedi kura eti na poverty mi akokot enso so do bi kokot akopet 10 million umu de ye award against you kwa huntria afi na poverty mi akokot if the court ndo make order wono wonhwe bibia nemo mu no se nipa na mu order na court na ye na poverty mi akokot akoka kire court ne se wo order na wo ma sami jamfi se ontria me 5 million ontria mu 1 cedi kura nemo make sa order na application no supporting with affidavit ne de kekeka wo that is one way a court no be ka se enam say wo ye make order when ni suntino bra for contempt.
Precisely.
Ti nipa no apply.
Indicates.
There are also instances. Precisely. By definition, a person commits contempt and may be committed to prison for willfully disobeying an order of the court, requiring him to do any act or any act other than the payment of money or to abstain from some act. It way a definition of the court. A contempt. It medical chira o kwan ba ko a faswa. Yetimeka say court na ma order. Na wo bunenimtia it me make application to the court say court nim fro na be kirem de ntia wo bunenimtia. But before that then if I make article 1262 ni enkohwa de
more fire
Kofi yakasa contempt of court. Superior courts omo pe na wo tumi se omo ye contempt of court. Na yaka superior court na court ni achemu mienu. First na komo ka superior and inferior court. Na yanka inferior court bio. We say the lower court. So superior court ni eden the high court, court of appeal and supreme court. Now the lower court, circuit court, district court ni eden. Now Yankai article 126 or say the superior courts, which is high court, court of appeal, supreme court, shall be superior court of record. Now the entire one says shall be superior court of record. And it say the superior court need the assembly we now o make a decision. Your friend is stare decisis, which is precedent. Now precedent and no be making sure say other lower court so mo make a decision biana they won't depart from the superior court rule. It was say the superior court shall be superior court of record. It is a court was here a circuit court. Ne district court mo di case ya omo ba hwehwe the decision of the high court no mo dia ruli so na high court nsu dia high court no hwehwe the decision of a court of appeal and now supreme court no dia ruli na court of appeal no ono any decision ono so ba hwehwe supreme court decision no dia ruli na supreme court there the decisions are binding on omwankasa etiade supreme court wa yi until such a time that supreme court no can depart from the decision no maye no and emrane momo kwan emomo set decision omutimi depart na yen ready or say the superior courts shall be superior court of record and shall have the power to commit for contempt to themselves and all such powers as were vested in the court of record immediately before the coming into force of this constitution. It is justice here for so odi asem na oti case so a emrane man ho kwan say obenya tumi a committed to the whole contempt say what bu court na nimtia what bu mema nimtia eno na ogina aso no ye na yenko read order 50 sub rule 2 na yen hwa de o read order 50 sub rule 2 or say committal without application. Don't forget say baako ne yaka say yes obi ne make application but the mrane ma inherent power to the court says obi a make application na judge bi ehunu say ade no amoka no e book court na nimtia or say the court has an inherent power. So he says nothing in rule 1 that is our application affects the power of the court to make an order of its own motion against a person to show cause why the person should not be committed for contempt of court. It is justice chamber for a order 50 rule 2 and was say be the case what's akwa we bolabadi what na ho akikansem I go meme hu fi eku court no fi na supreme court high court no constitution am to me to commit unto themselves contempt sanso na order 50 rule 2 no eno so amomo kwan e just cheba fu afre anu atwere order ama court no say police for say momfa akwa we mra na kabintela asemu a work and bola bed na asemu a work and say tieni o ya mane kwan ametie na numu asebwa ansa ne issue warrant. What are we talking? Na Supreme Court is one in the adwene it beats a natural justice. Medical catcher must say natural justice and yama mienu all the term pattern. Everybody deserves a hearing and no more Judas in Kasaswa. You cannot be a judge in your own court. So ordinarily you cannot be a judge in your own court. For you to see how contempt operates, when it comes to contempt, the constitution gives the power to the high court, power to the superior court judges. So judges in their own court. It tells you how contempt of court is prohibited by the constitution. If it's a constitution in person book court no limtia. And in several constitutional democracies, that's what we have.
Exactly.
Now yankongo hwade Kevin Taylor say yentie no na Supreme Court say I am pa yentie no Kevin Taylor say na esenki Supreme Court Justice Chebafo edika ka say bra na ebe kire die ntia na o refuse na afa ye issue warrant. When him say almost ordinarily police in Ebechiwa so use warrant but them running him said there may be instances where the police must prevent crime and harm or some police need to me say when a crime is being committed in your face and you have na aba besina court akwaji warrant aba the mischief is seeks to cure is that it already Criminal Offences Act 29 Section 10 or say arrest by a police officer without warrant. It is Yamaho Quine. The Supreme Court ruling Jinadia. The Omopa Children say police in the class will be the Bonia. Yes, or court no. And the court cannot even issue warrant first. Name court no as work say. But I bet you the entry would this aboneno. Naturally, we are and send you bet me issue. No what be that. Supreme Court. Hey, where the more if say Samoka say yentie Kevin Taylor na yet what back out when it was the essence of the warrant. If the yentie issue warrant no is that you see police for national security immigration so much say ni paya mo fa ni mra manim na o mechire yentie any kwan see a committee to jail na yen ready order na Justice Chebafo make here na yen share the wording of the order na say or say bring him. Exactly. So bring him no. And yes, so do any throw say ko jail. because of the nature of contempt. Obi, yemra no on trust specifically. A punishment edema contempt. It remember kaya contempt cases under John Dramani Mahama. Time a year election petition. And omo ye na yesami oku. Oma ko kan bibi. Omko duru ono. Supreme Court no hwe omo man om se wo yama won e ko. Enso Kenneth je kwanchi ko duru ono. Ye ne to jail. Sanso na atubiga. Ono so ye ne to jail. Ana ayi muntie trefu. Omo so ye do ko jail. So Supreme Court is a contempt is in such a way that the court will decide what punishment to give you. It is nyasa bola bedi se na dwene mu ha ana ne lawyers no omudi nkwasesemo a anka this was even a perfect opportunity for us to have a conversation on the opaqueness, or so to speak, the absoluteness of the power of contempt for the court. And then I this was your friend big jurisprudence. You can't jurisprudence, and that means emrano because in you see every day. No, we must develop the law. The law must grow, and the law only grows when you challenge the law. So sakwa we are getting juma pa. And also all fighting for the people. He should rather have gone to court for us to have a conversation on the whole contempt and the absoluteness of the powers that is given to the court. For them to now arrogate unto themselves. So now you more hunting. Ojani. Eddie Akose dey. Yenyi warrant ni free so. Na dia nwanwan say it time wo free fie. Ojare ye. That moment na warrant ni active. National security. National security car and a coffin. I say this on authority. Medical number 2. Medical number 2. Now, national security car. Mama, you see, we will be serious as a nation.
Exactly. So,
national security kofa bolabedi. I wouldn't free fee. Court one. There was an active warrant on him.
Exactly.
So at no point should he have been protected. Rather, he should have been arrested, put before the court, which is a just chamber first court. Then once the court is ongoing, they will say that we filed an application at the Supreme Court, for which reason the court must stay. So per the constitution, whenever High Court is hearing any matter, Nasa Obiko Supreme Court for interpretation, the High Court judge is supposed to stay proceedings and wait for a determination to be made at the Supreme Court. It's when I do monyaha and person pagan and develop here and court justice for anymore. No more refer say yes, stay proceedings because there is a determination to be made at the Supreme Court. I do we are going to ball up and I'm going to say G. Now I said we see homie nose mask in moi. Change as you share. Wow, krum. Trying. When I saw Bema. Now we free court to be I am more than a bobre. We Bema we as a cocoba. We as a winter coat. No hanging coat. But you know, Nipa way you we are dear winner. A dear winner, Timmy didn't depart of ye. When I did have an important and horn and password. Wait. And then is zooming in near us, was your home. They said, oh, home trade war. I did him. Then you question no more. Quite I could no more rested was your home. Oh, Crom now in Yahoto. That's what she said was your woman with nose masking him. Wayo Bema when it didn't matter when the Maya way at the time say Nipa can't be. When it didn't matter more. Now me catch them said what here. Moba camera was a man sent change. What you quote to no one more than sir. Quote to no a tranensa. We a Bema. Well, where namely Kuromo. It's a one and said here. No, did you cut the chat himself and set it here? Shabema Tantan time. Kevin tell and one you. What's your coat said, your dear Grano? Way. That's your grand coat. More fire. Ye way. Where let me didn't part more. At to my who croma. Gobi, etiquette, you know. It's a Supreme Court. I say, or Mama ruling. na omo ye no ana do me market format omo frɛ me so omo de ye kan omo ntiase contempt CR7 what the 50 rule 1 through 2 ayi mamiki makola format omo ntiase to omo so we omo di nkomo ana omo so eni yankɔhwɛ case ben na de ayi asɛm ikura bai tieni o kofi mu mie masum hara mu tieni da gbie waso ha na tieni omo ye na mamiki ne makola format ne ka kyerɛ me sɛ domi format no no mo frɛ conference ko no mo ya omo di nkomo na me gina so na beti no mo se ka de tie de ye hunu ne se case e de contempt we buy no na eye the republic tieni o Akufo-Addo ba so no ana NCA na board chair your friend Eugene Bafuboni pay attention case no e de contempt same case e buy na NC board chair then Eugene Bafuboni na the Republic versus Eugene Bafuboni and 4 others ana do me market for ne ka say Bafuboni die I say ene you know no dey course ene chief justice no acting chief justice what they say Bafuboni na so ene ye de ba munja sim no say be ka te chi na ha ne nka asem eto mo ye no mami ke o what dey ka sa ne me to mo ye no no me so Eugene Bafuboni no ni senior brother any acting chief justice Justice Bafuboni and the enokure any senior brother it's Justice Cheba for and the Eugene Bafuboni ne kotu mu ekotu je na ye this case no a Republic versus Eugene Bafuboni and 4 others no and the ma bola be di ko kan de o kan ye no and ye chain for contempt na no mo ye no mo so ene enokure nti no mo share da ye say ma ye yi chief justice ayi toko no afri mo na Eugene Bafuboni senior brother chief we do me market phone ko mo di na me say ntesa me o mo ko mo ba na wo mo mienu no wo mo nua ne Bafuboni a Radio Gold ne ye ne dia it's Eugene Bafuboni senior brother Chief Justice Bafuboni and their senior brother is Radio Gold so you say total to West and it's na nkomo no e bebre o ma so na me say ntimo ka me na ko sisai ana do me market ne makola fo ne yese na se sa na tie dia sa ne we no de back court a na Chief Justice ne so ahwa say me nua case na ne yedi na akoka abie na yese nti ampa contempt ni nya na warrant na so I'm saying, don't be for a month. Don't be for no bonk. Mammy killing a Omudim Kobo. And young